What's up guys, So Sports backing you with another video, and in today's video I have 3 players from the 2017 NBA draft who I believe will take a big leap in this next season. With that being said, let's get into it. So for the first player I want to discuss was Malik Monk. Malik Monk was the 11th pick out of the 2017 NBA draft to the Charlotte Hornets, and he played for the Kentucky Wildcats. So with Malik Monk, his story is strange. Coming out of college, I thought he'd come in and be a great scorer, a great bucket getter. I mean, he played alongside De'Aaron Fox, and that tandem was amazing. They had lost to UNC, though, by a game winner by Luke May in the 2017 college basketball March Madness. And yeah, he was amazing in college. I just thought he'd come in and be a great scorer, and he just hasn't shown that. And I think part of that is due to his developmental, or the Hornets' developmental skills, Kemba Walker, and how the Hornets are maybe trying to make the playoffs, and Jeremy Lamb. So I'm going to discuss those 3 topics, and we'll move on with that. But for the Charlotte Hornets are very bad at developing players. I mean, you talk about guys such as Malik Monk, Frank Kaminsky, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. You know, these young guys who they've gotten have definitely not lived up to the potential that they had when they were drafted. And, you know, it's put a burden on those guys. I mean, talk about it, Frank Kaminsky is no longer on the team. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist obviously was the 2nd pick in the 2011, I believe, NBA draft, or 2012. And he definitely has not lived up to the hype. I believe he played with Kyrie Irving, and it was touted that he would come and be a great defensive player. Hasn't lived up to it. But now, with Malik Monk, it's been bad. In his rookie season, Malik Monk averaged 7 points, 1 rebound, 1.5 assists on 36% shooting from the field, which is horrible numbers. Last season, he did up it though. Played 4 more minutes, played 73 games, averaged 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1.5 assists, shot 39% from the field and 33% from 3. And, you know, I think part of his reason that he isn't good is how he is developed. This is a guy who has been given inconsistent minutes. Once he's in the starting lineup, next he's not playing at all. Hasn't really been given the chance, considering that he's been playing behind Jeremy Lamb and Kemba Walker. And, you know, the Hornets are trying to win. You know, they're not here to develop players. They're trying to make the playoffs. But now with Kemba Walker and Jeremy Lamb both gone, and this team more than likely tanking, or not even just tanking, but being very bad next season, I can see a guy like Malik Monk getting a lot of minutes next season, and hopefully he can show off and be that great scorer that he was touted to be coming out of college. I don't know if he can ever be that efficient scorer maybe, but if he can average around 16 to 17 points on, you know, 40 to 43% shooting from the field and like 40% shooting from 3, I think that's a great player. But I don't know, I hope he can turn into something, and he has to. I mean, he's going to his 3rd year, so this is the time where, you know, players really up it up and, you know, be great. But that's Malik Monk. The next player I wanted to discuss on this list is Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac was the 6th pick out of the 2017 NBA draft, coming out of Florida State, and he just looked disappointing as of late. When he was first drafted, I thought he'd be a great do-it-all type of guy. I mean, he's 6'10". Maybe you could say his natural position is the power forward position, but I think he's a great small forward. In his rookie season, he was, you know, derailed by injuries. He only played 27 games, 20 minutes per game, averaged 6 points per game, 4 rebounds, a little less than an assist a game, and shot 38% from the field. This past season, he has gotten more touches, more playing time, playing in 75 games, under 27 minutes per game, averaged just under 10 points per game on 43% shooting from the field, with 6 assists and just above a assist a game. With 6 rebounds and just above an assist a game. Now, Jonathan Isaac, when you see his stats, you can see a player who doesn't really do much for the team. But I just want to talk about a stretch of games that Jonathan Isaac had in early February, from I believe January 31st to February 11th. The Magic played in 5 games, and Jonathan Isaac averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, 1.5 steals, and shot 50% from the field, 33.3% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Those are incredible numbers. And a report just recently came out that Jonathan Isaac went from 209 to about 240 in this past offseason. 6'10", 240. If he continue what he did in that stretch and have that success going into this next season, he'll be great, considering how the Magic starting lineup will be. I don't know if he will start or if he'll come off the bench, considering they signed Al-Farouq Aminu maybe he'll replace his role, or maybe that'll be a player to, you know, push Jonathan Isaac to play to the next level, or give Jonathan Isaac more motivation, knowing that now if he plays bad, you have Al-Farouq Aminu behind you that'll more than likely take your spot. But Jonathan Isaac is just another player that I see being well. Can he be a potential most improved player of the year candidate next year? Can he have a Pascal Siakam type jump? I don't know. Those are questions we're going to have to answer next season, but I'm excited to see what he can do, and I'm hoping that he can succeed. And for now, the last player that I wanted to discuss on this list is Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is a 6'10 center, came from the same school as Malik Monk, came out of Kentucky, and was the 14th pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Now, Bam Adebayo, unlike these other players, he's older. He's the oldest one, but I believe he has the most potential out of these the other two players. I talk about a guy who has a 7'1" wingspan and has a shoulder width only comparable to Dwight Howard, who is one of the best defensive players of all time. Just talking about what he's did in his first NBA season, played 69 games, played just under 20 minutes a game, averaged 7 points, 6 rebounds, shooting 51% from the field. Last season, with just 4 more minutes, improved his points per game to 9 points per game, 7 rebounds, and shot 58% from the field. And I will add, he played all 82 games. You talk about a guy who's durable, a guy who's freakishly athletic, who has amazing defensive abilities and amazing defensive potential. This guy is going to be a great center. I definitely see him having potentially like a Serge Ibaka type year, you know, giving you a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, and maybe even 3 blocks per game. That's what I see from him. He has all the intangibles to be great. He has all the potential in the world, and now he doesn't have to share the court or share his minutes with Hassan Whiteside. You know, concerning the Heat don't have a bona fide center besides maybe Myers Leonard. But still, he'll definitely get the starting role. He'll definitely play close to 30 minutes per game, and I believe he'll shine. You know, can he be a potential all defensive first team, all defensive second team candidate, potential defensive player of the year candidate? Those are questions that, again, we're going to have to answer throughout this season, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm excited to see how he can play, and I think he'll play great. I think he'll be amazing. I mean, just looking at his per 36 numbers, 14 points per game, 11 rebounds, and just above a block per game. You know, he'll be fantastic for this Heat team, and he'll be one of the main reasons why they potentially do make the playoffs, if they do. Just talking about their starting lineup, you'll probably have Goran Dragic at the 1, Jimmy Butler at the 2, Justice at the 3, Kelly at the 4, Bam Adebayo at the 5. That's a great team, and not even to talk about Bam Adebayo's how he improved. He's a good passer for someone of his position and someone of his size. He has improved on his jump shooting, so hopefully he can space the floor out a little bit for them. But again, I'm really excited to see what this guy can do, and I think he'll be amazing. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please like and sub and share with your friends. But it's So Sports, and I'm out. Peace.